Apparently, the Prism software that I used for this live stream, it just started without me seeing where to put the title of the video. So I'm going to change that right now. I apologize if you'll give me a moment. It just says live streaming of Akiya Kominka Live, but I want to change that to live walk in Shin-Onomichi. Stroll 2 Shin-Onomichi Shinkansen Station. Live stroll to Shin-Onomichi Shinkansen Station. I think that's good enough. And I'll change the other information later, but for now, that's good enough. Okay. Also, you're not going to have to look at me the whole time. The cool thing is I have my gimbal with my phone. This is my good phone and my gimbal. So we should have much better picture quality and stabilization as we walk down to the station. I'm at my house right now, but we're gonna go out here to the Ginkan. I've already got my shoes out here. Actually, I put on my shoes and I headed out, and I thought, why not make a video of that walking down here so you guys can see the neighborhood and see the Shinkansen station here in Shin-Onomichi. Why not? So here we are. So first, and that was no, I'm sorry. I uploaded a video on my other channel earlier, but I did a live channel on this video, and this is another one. But this one is a little different. We're going to do a walk. I'm actually going to put my sunglasses on because it's a bit bright outside. There we go. You can see. Now, close the door to the house here. All right. And here we go. Let's get started. This area right here next to my house, my rental house, which is right there. That's my rental house. This is where they do the taiko drums, the drum. You know, I totally forgot about the microphone. Once again, it seems like I forget something, but that's what happens when you decide to do something a little impromptu and they're not really prepared for it. You always seem to forget something. But I hope the wind is not too bad. It does feel a little windy, and I apologize for that. If it's a little windy, perhaps you can. This is the walk that I take to go to school. You can see the neighborhood. You can see the sky is blue. It's a nice, beautiful day today. Some gardens and small farms, if you want to call them that. More like big gardens than farms. But there's a main road down here. Oh, let me get out of the way. Car coming. Yeah, this road is not big enough for 2 cars, so if a car comes in here, you have to move off the road. If you have 2 cars coming from different directions, one has to get off the road and let the other through. And this would be a nightmare in China because neither car wants to back up. And I've seen people get in fights over this. It's ridiculous. And I'm not kidding, by the way. It's like that in the countryside areas. But here, in this particular area, luckily the road's not very long, so I don't often run into people when I'm driving. But even if you're walking, you have to step off the road because there's just not enough room to let the car pass, you know. I might have stopped. That's the stop sign, in case you're wondering. It might seem obvious to some, but maybe not to others. Basically, this road goes down to an intersection, and at that intersection is where the Shinkansen station is. It's not far at all. But if you go this direction, there's a sports park that you can go to out there somewhere. I haven't actually been to it yet. Maybe one day I'll visit it. But if you keep going that way, there's a road that will take you out towards my house in Toyosaka. It's one way to drive out there. It's much faster to go this way than to take the main road down south, because that road, it will take you through Saijo, and then you have to go north to go back up to my house. But if you go this way, it will just kind of take you northwest to my house, and it's like a straight, it's not a straight shot, but it's more of a straight shot than going through Saijo. Some pretty flowers. These are just kind of starting to wilt. They're a little past their prime, I think, but they're still beautiful. You know, I really want to be able to show you guys a lot of this stuff, but I wish I had a camera that was inconspicuous. Maybe like a camera in my glasses with stabilizer. That way I could walk around and show you everywhere that I'm going, and all the events that I'm going to or whatever, and nobody knows that I'm filming, so they just act natural and they don't feel like I'm being obnoxious and weird. I don't want to be one of, quote, those guys, you know, walking around with a bunch of equipment. I mean, all I have right now is the phone and the gimbal, but still, it's enough to make people kind of respond weird and not want to be on the camera or anything. And by the way, this is kind of what I was telling you about earlier when I mentioned in my other video that in the community we'll kind of go into things like this. These, you see how all the grass and everything is growing here? We actually go down in here and we walk through there in our rubber boots, and we cut down this grass that's in here and clean it up. And Mibu-san said it'll take maybe a couple of hours and we'll be done. And we just do that together twice a year. So, pretty interesting. Some people don't want to do that, but I can kind of understand the need for that to keep the community looking nice, you know. Walking away from my house down to the school or the station or whatever, it's not difficult because it's downhill. It's really nice, very pleasant walk. But going back up to the house, I definitely walk a lot slower. The anemia that I suffer from as a result of this tumor causes me to have much difficulty going upstairs and uphill. Oh, look at this. They've got their futons hanging out, getting some sun. Common sight here and there. I don't know if you can see it or hear it, but one of the trains just cruised by the station. A little windy right now. I apologize if it's windy. I actually do have a wireless microphone set, but the stupid thing is it doesn't connect to the phone while I'm using the gimbal, because the plug, the USB-C plug on the phone is in the seat, the gimbal seat that holds the phone. It's literally impossible to plug anything in there. So I had to figure out if there's like a wireless microphone that I can use, you know? That's literally my only option. Man, it's getting really windy now. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's pretty loud for you guys. There's the station right there. Shin-Onomichi station. I told you it's close by. It's very close. I'm gonna walk across the street. That way, down the road, that way is where my school is located. This light is starting to blink, so I'm gonna hurry across. This light's probably about to turn green. And then we'll go into the station. There it is, it's green. Go into one of these little stores. You know what? I'm not gonna go in the main entrance. The main entrance, and you'll see why, I'll show you. The main entrance right there is stairs. It's not too many, but since I'm out walking, I definitely don't want to make myself feel bad by going up those stairs, because I guarantee that's what will happen. Here's the bus stop. I wish there were a way that we could go to the platform without getting a ticket, just so we could kind of sit there and watch the trains buzz through, but unfortunately this is the best view from out here. You just barely see them going by and hearing the rumble. If we go around to the other side of the station here and go down through here, there's like a parking area. Instead of going up these stairs in the main entrance on this side, we can go to the south side by taking a shortcut through the parking lot, the under station parking lot. There's an escalator and elevator on the other side. I guess they're doing renovation here. They've got all these parking areas closed off for now. I guess they're trying to expand the parking, because their parking lot right now, it gets full. It's a very small paid parking lot, very small. So looks like they're trying to add more. Okay, and here we go. On the south side, they have an escalator. All right. What I'm gonna do now is, once I get in here, I'm not gonna be talking for a few minutes, because I need to go into the store and pick up a few snacks and something to drink. So what I will do is I'll take this in there with me, but I'm not really gonna say anything, just because I want you to be able to see the store, but I don't want to bother anybody. So when you come into the station here, let's go over here first before I go into the store to get the snacks. This is the basic layout of the main part of the station. It's pretty simple. On this side you have all of the station stuff, you know, all of the related areas for getting your ticket. The ticket machines over here, the office right here for the workers, if you need help with your ticket or whatever, you know, they're in there. The station gate, and you only have two platforms, 1 and 2. One is going to take you towards Hiroshima, and the other is going to take you towards Osaka, Tokyo, all of that. Pretty easy, pretty simple layout. And you can see the next trains that are available. Over here they have some vending machines if you want to grab a last minute drink and you don't have time to go to the store. But of course they have 2 stores over here. and there's more options in there, but if you're in a hurry, you can just stop here. And they actually do have a small tourist and information center. I haven't actually been in there, so I don't know, what is available for foreigners, but I'm pretty sure that they have some of the local Onomichi brochures. There is somebody in there right now, so maybe regular hours. Yeah, it says here 9 to 6 o'clock p.m. actually. That's an hour later than I thought. Okay, that was the train. Did you hear that? One just flew over, basically. But yeah, right here they've got some of the local flyers, and this one here is a tourist map. This one happens to be in Japanese. They do have English versions of this one, and I have one at home, but I don't see it here. Maybe they have one inside, but it should be around here somewhere. Usually it's pretty easy to get this one in English. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this side. They've got some other information about, different destinations you can travel to or check out. Ooh, the romantic train. Excellent. It looks yummy. I like that. Anyway, that's it for the station area, like the train station area. Let's go look at the omiyage gift and snack shops. One bathroom over here. There are two shops. One right here that's a little smaller, and then that one over there. They both have similar things, but one is a little bigger than the other. This one has a special area over on this end that has some models and things and some information about Onomichi in the area. So it's pretty interesting. And then in here is where they have the larger waiting room where people can sit down and relax. There are a few more people waiting in here today than normal because of the holiday and the weekend. So I'm going to do my best not to disturb them, but like I said, we're going to go in here, we're going to grab a couple of things, but I'm not going to say anything while I'm in there to you guys. I'm just going to be quiet and grab my things and then come out. Konnichiwa. By the way, if you get the opportunity, you have to get one of these Onomichi lemon cakes. These are delicious. So are the choco momiji. Very delicious. Actually, it's quite small, so I'm going to get one for myself. Oh, here's another thing that's interesting. They take some old bottles and they bottle new drinks in them, and you have to drink it here, and then you turn the bottle in when you leave. It's pretty interesting, right? Very retro. Hello, how are you? I'm trying to be quiet because I'm in the store. I don't want to bother anybody, but just wanted to come and pick up a couple of little snacks and show you guys the station. I'm wondering if I should get some nuts here or go to the supermarket and pick them up, but maybe just here is okay. I'll just pick up a couple of these mixed nuts. Souvenir foods and gifts, omiyage. And in Hiroshima, of course, you're going to have a lot of Hiroshima Carp themed stuff. That's the local baseball team. It's an Onomichi shirt. Cute. Lots of local Onomichi things. You can even buy some food boxes. And since it's Hiroshima, you'll see lots of lemon things, lots of things made with lemon. Very oishi. I guarantee you that you can find more things to eat here than you'll possibly be able to consume. There's just so much stuff. Oh, maybe we got some coffee. I've been wanting to try some of these coffees, but it's useless to buy coffee right now since I already have coffee. I can't really afford to buy coffee until my other coffee is empty. You've never seen that before? Oh, really? This is another thing that you'll see in Hiroshima. Have you ever had momiji manju? Momiji manju is yummy, and my favorite is the matcha momiji manju because I love matcha. I don't have my glasses on. These are various types of snack. I'm trying to figure out what all they are. Quickly reading. Raisin. Oh, these are raisin. Raisin. Hojicha, I think. I think that's hojicha. It's like a kind of a black tea. Plain cookies, maybe like shortbread. I think these are sesame or Earl Grey. Some kind of tea. Oh, you haven't seen manju? Oh my gosh, you gotta have momiji manju. It's great. I love it. And they've got several flavors too. I really want to try this one. So, give it a try. I also need a drink, but the family that came in, they're right by the drink, so I'll have to wait. I really want to get some coffee. $200 for one, or $240 for one. It's just too pricey for me. Anybody want a beer? I would like a hot one, actually, but they get the hot ones up here, but I don't see any. I just see the cold one. Cup noodle, banana special bread, donut, cheese bread, matzo bread, matcha and raisin, matcha chocolate, banana. By the way, if you haven't had this, this is very popular in Japan. This banana snack, it's delicious. You get those in the convenience stores usually, so if you have a Dozo. Oh, そして、バッグありますか？はい、はい。ありがとうございます。Okay. I don't see the drink in there that I want. The large hot coffee. They didn't even have a small hot coffee, but the large one they only had in cold. And even though it's a little warm outside, I just don't really like the cold coffee as much as the hot coffee. So I'm going to check the vending machine first. This is the view from the other side of the... Yeah, this is the one I want. But I want hot version. This one is okay, but it's small. Let's take a quick look. This is the view from the south side of the station. Looks like something was splattered on the window there. You should clean that. Very clean, nice area. You can't see it from here, but if you go down here and turn right, go down to the next main road, turn left, that takes you all the way down to the harbor and the main area where Shin-Onomichi station is, and the covered area, the arcade, all of the popular cafes and shops close to the temples, shrines, and the cat alley. Oh, up here, it's a little modern. But I guess on camera it looks kind of cool, but it seems modern to me. Let's go look for that coffee. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. They've got a time capsule here from March 31st, 1999. It just reached 25 years old. I think it says when they're supposed to open it, I believe. 2048. Yeah, they're planning to open it in 2048. So that'd be interesting to see. Yeah, it's a nice little town, Kitokato. This is pretty cool. See, stuff like this I think would be interesting to build with a bunch of chopsticks, you know, if you have the time and the inclination to just design and build something like this would be pretty cool, right? I think so. Pretty neat looking, isn't it? It's nice. And you can see if you look at it closely, you can see where it was kind of carved out. That's a lot of work. It looks like every tile is an individual piece that's been glued on. Very cool. I wonder what it would look like if it were painted and stained to look more authentic, you know? It's plain wood, which is cool, but it'd be kind of neat if it were painted and stained to look even more authentic. That'd be neat. But anyway, here's the other shop. This is our only other shot to locate the hot coffee that I want. Let's see if they've got it. This place, as you can see, is much bigger. They have a lot more stuff. more drinks, a lot more, tons and tons of stuff. Okay, here are their hot drinks. They do have some hot coffee. And they don't have any of the big ones. They only have the small ones. And the small ones are 10 yen more than the ones in the vending machine. So it's kind of a no-go. If I want to get a small one, I can just get one from the vending machine and pay less, it looks like. So, anyway, I can kind of look around, show you guys some of the treats that they have here. You see how many lemon treats they have. It's ridiculous, the amount. My Excellent Adventures asks, can a non-resident open a bank account in Japan? No, you have to have some type of residency to open a bank account here. And there are different ways to get residency, either temporary residency or permanent residency. So even if you get temporary residency, you can open a bank account. But the issue with that is some people might think, oh, I'll just go there temporarily. I'll get the temporary visa. I'll open the account, and then I'll have it forever. That's incorrect. The bank actually knows, and just for those of you who may not know this, I'll continue in just a moment. This is my favorite noodle cup. It's the tomato pasta noodle. Oh, they got two. I'm gonna get both of these. I love these. These are delicious, and they're cheap. My doctor also likes these. Oh, and they've got some cool shirts over here. Some cycling. It's very popular. If you like biking and cycling, there's a very famous area here called the Shin-Onomichi. It's a series of islands with a long bridge that you can go biking down. So it's very popular. Just keep that in mind in case that's your bag. But what I was going to say is some people might think that they can come here, open a bank account on a temporary residency, and then just keep using that bank account. But the problem with that is the bank knows when your residency expires. And when that's coming up, they want you to bring them a copy of your new residence card. And if you don't bring that to them by a certain date, they will freeze your account. And you won't be able to have any access to the money in your account until you update your residence info. So it is 100% a requirement to have at least temporary residency in Japan in order to have and keep and maintain an active bank account. So there you go. Wishing we can have the time for creative stuff. Yeah, you're right about that. I absolutely agree. Oh, Ravi-san, hello. Thank you for stopping in. It's an impromptu video, but since I was coming down here and I had my gimbal, I figured, what the hey, I'll carry it around and make a video. All sorts of foods and items and stuff. For those of you who like Tabasco, Hiroshima has like their own version of Tabasco here. It's called Limosco. Where's it at? There it is. Right there. Limosco. Just so you know, I'm not joking. This is Louisiana hot sauce. It's like Louisiana Tabasco. If you don't know, Tabasco is from Louisiana. Now you do. It's similar. It's a small bottle of hot sauce. It has a similar name. Instead of Tabasco, it's Limosco. And it's derived from citrus, lemons. So it's nice. Tastes good. Spicy. Good stuff. All sorts of things that you could pick up and take back with you and use or give as gifts. So, My Excellent Adventures asks, is that the same for Japan Post Bank? My friend, that is the same for Japan. So Japan Post Bank is exactly the same. And just so you know, I have more than one bank account, and one of those is Japan Post. And Japan Post has frozen my account before because I didn't update my information in time. Even though my residence card had not yet even expired, they wanted the info updated prior to that, and so they actually froze my account before I had even changed my visa and updated my residence card. At another time, Mizuho Bank froze my account. So it's happened more than once to me, once with Mizuho and once with Japan Post. So it has nothing to do with the bank. It's national law. The banks are required to comply and make sure that the people using their accounts are legal. And they are very active. Like I said, all of the banks, whether it's Japan Post or not, they're all very, very active in making sure that you comply and you're following the rules. So trust me, they will reach out to you and say, we need your updated residence info. And if you don't supply it, your account will be frozen. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all for now. I'm going to buy these cup noodles. はい、こんにちは。はい、すみません。
はい、ありがとうございます。はい、同じパンに何県ですね。どっちがいい？
はい、お願いします。
フォーク。
はい、一ついいです。
20円です。
Okay. これは206時。OK。はい。わかります。すみません。左、右、これ、右、OK。
はい。
はい。there we go.
はい、420円。はい。
20。
ちょうどお預かりします。レシートです。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Bye. Right inside the front, they also have the lemon flavored donuts and the lemon cake with icing. Super, super delicious. I haven't tried these yet, but I really want to. It's just so difficult because of all the sugar, but man, are they delicious. So great. Thanks for you're welcome. I'm glad that I could answer that for you. It sucks. I understand, but you know, it's common. That's the way it is in most countries. I mean, heck, I even had my bank account. Turn this around for a moment. Oh. Yeah, I really should have shaved before I came out. I'm looking like a grizzly bear. I don't look cool with these glasses on at all. I'd rather be seeing a blurry screen and look cool. I lived in China for almost 7 years, and during that time I opened 3 different bank accounts. And essentially what happened there was what happens here is that after a certain amount of time, if you don't prove your residency, your account is frozen. But it seems that they're actually much more active and strict about it here in Japan than they are in China. The reason I know that is because I was able to continue using my bank account for a couple of years at least after I left China. And I didn't have residency there, so the banks didn't actually have any updated info. they only had the info of my passport, and they wanted me to bring my passport in a couple of years ago. After I'd been out of the country for a couple of years, they started telling me that I couldn't access my payments through WeChat or Alipay, which are connected to my bank account. And they said, well, you have to bring in your updated passport and residence card or visa info. And of course I didn't have it. I'm in Japan, so those accounts, I still have them, but they're frozen. The difference is that there's no way that a Japan bank account would allow your account to go for a couple of years beyond your residence card. It would never happen, because they start contacting you about updating your residence card a few months beforehand, and they want you to do it, like I said, before the actual date of your expiration. So they're very strict about that. Now I'm debating about whether or not to even get a coffee here, or if I should just make more when I get home. And I think maybe I'm just going to make more when I get home, so we can walk back. Turn this back around. Okay. Now it's kind of empty in here, and they've got some really cool stuff on display over here. Now that there aren't many people, we can go over here and take a look right quick before we head out and go back to the house. Got some old pottery. I wonder what was here. Nothing right now. Big wooden bowl. That's wood, by the way. Very big. I have not seen a wood bowl that large. This is like a vase in the shape of a woman's body. Just a woman's torso. No head. Pretty interesting. Nice big vase. Another wooden bowl, looks like. Or, no. Upon closer inspection, it looks like it's metal. And another old vase. And they've got some paintings here that represent Onomichi. This one here is a good depiction of what it looks like in some of the small side streets that you can only walk through as a pedestrian. This is representative of the many cats that you'll see in Onomichi. There is a cat alley, a cat street basically. Neko Alley, and you walk through and you'll see many cats there that hang out. This is just a painting of one of the harbor areas, because the Seto Inland Sea is right here by Onomichi. This looks like it looks like kind of like the old bus station that's turned into a Chinese restaurant, but or maybe one of the buildings that they've turned into a historical center or information center or historical museum. They've got a few buildings that look almost exactly like this downtown, so I'm not sure which one it is. Another depiction, a modern depiction of an alley, which is, it's not super attractive. They painted the old moped, the abandoned moped over on the left side of the scooter, the trash can on the right. Yeah, very modern. Okay, and this is one of the underpasses under the main train station line, the JR line. This is the train that goes to Onomichi Station. Not this station. This is the Shinkansen station where we're at. But I guess this is during Matsuri when they put the lights, the lanterns out, and this is just a painting to depict that. So, but it's not realistic, because during this time there'd probably be a bunch of people there. If they've got lanterns out and it's Matsuri, there'd be a lot of people, so it wouldn't be empty like that. Okay. Alright, that's pretty much it for the station, guys. They've only got one big scroll on the wall here, and my ability to read kanji and recognize cursive kanji is not high enough to understand that. So I would have to translate the sign there. But just wanted to quickly check and see if they have the coffee in here. That they do, but once again, it's only cold. And this one I find very delicious, and it's probably because it was established the same year I was born. It's probably why it's so awesome. So awesome! But instead of getting the small hot coffee, I'm just gonna make some more when I get home. And we can go out on the north side, because going downstairs is not a big deal for me. And here's the view from the north side. The station tracks going this way towards Hiroshima to the west, and that way towards Kobe, Osaka to the east. Maybe somewhere that direction is where Danny DIY Japan is, way out there in North Nowhere. Ine. North Nowhere. And there's the small parking lot I was telling you about. You can see how small it is. This is probably why they're trying to expand and renovate in there. Because if you take a look at it, this is how small it is. This is the entire parking lot right here that belongs to the station. Just from here to here. I can literally get the whole thing in one shot, right? That's it, right there. That's all of it. So it often fills up. Having these extra spaces down here will give more parking for people coming in to use the trains, and I'm sure make them more money. So let me get my glasses out. It looks like I got another comment here. Let me see what we've got. Moto Kito Kato. I'm getting sleepy. Take care. Safe travels. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for stopping in. And I will see you guys, or see you either here or on one of the other channels. Thanks for stopping in. But now that I got my snacks, we can start heading back. By the way, there's more parking over there and more parking further down, but those are independent parking companies. So the station doesn't get any money from those, and I'm sure that they want to keep the money for themselves, you know. We can take a quick look at the outside here. We've got an old, large telephone booth right there. You can see the name of the station there, Shin-Onomichi. This machine was my last hope. Once again, it has the one I want, but only the small one in the hot. But they have a flat white Costa coffee. I don't see that one very often, but pricey for such a small one. It's all good. Looks like I'm gonna be making my coffee again today, but no big deal. If I hurry down here, maybe I can cross the road. Yep, this is a double-decker parking spot, but it's a privately owned parking company. So there's my neighborhood right across the intersection there. I don't know if this is going to start blinking, but I think we have time. Yeah, I just started blinking, so I'll walk a little faster. I can't run across. I'm already out of breath just walking fast. Whew. Okay. Oh, there's one of the trains going by. Did you hear it? Oh man, just that little quick walk across the intersection has me breathing hard. This walk on the way back is so much more difficult for me. This area right here is just a slight incline where I'm walking right now, but further up there it starts to go up, and at that point I'm just basically completely out of energy. Take a look at some of these little areas. See, this is what's very common in some of these neighborhoods, is just these little gardens and mini vegetable gardens, flower gardens, and people growing some of their own food and stuff. And it's crazy because in many places in the US, if people try to do that, we get these neighbors and homeowners associations and law enforcement coming down on their heads, trying to tell them that they can't do that. You know, they can't be growing foods and vegetables and stuff. You know, it's stupid. But here there are community organizations, and sometimes they can be cliquish, you know, from what I've heard. I haven't experienced that myself, but between Japanese friends and some foreign friends who've experienced it, occasionally it can be a little difficult trying to meet the community standards. But I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far of this community. There are some things that they want me to do and participate in, but not only are they good for me, but they're good for everybody. It's and it's not demanding. There's nothing demanding about it. So I feel like, you know, the situation that I have here is quite good. So I would say probably if you're going to move into an area in Japan that has an active community organization, and by the way, we're going to go a different way. And when we came to the station, we came down from this way, but we can go this way and it wraps around. It goes down to another road and turns left and goes up to the house. So we'll go that way, just to give you a different view. For those of you who actually watched up to this point, you deserve the second view. So congratulations, this is your bonus. But anyway, like I was saying, if I were you, I would just, if I were going to move into an area that had some kind of community organization, what I would do is what I did, and sit down and meet with some of the locals. The main thing is I sat and I met with my neighbor, Mibu-san. Very nice guy. He's helped me out a lot. He's given me some information I didn't have to go get myself. Oh, there's a car coming. I'm going to move out of the way. This house here, they're doing some renovations on. Doing a lot of updating, trying to make it look much nicer. Seems like they're doing a pretty good job so far. Got a nice looking wall going on here. Still kind of retaining the traditional look, but looking much newer, much nicer, cleaner. It's good. But yeah, I've heard some people just say they really can't stand the having to follow the community guidelines. But I would just say that before you choose to rent in a particular area, just decide for yourself by getting information if it's okay for you or not. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. That's part of a couple of people who are out right now doing some cleaning and stuff. But I knew from meeting with Mibu-san and chatting with him and the landlord that I had a good gut feeling about being here in this community. And plus, I need friends. I need a little bit of a support group. I need to be able to tie in with people around me. I need people who are aware of my situation. if for some reason something happens, it's nice to know that there's some people, literally next door who may be able to assist me or help me out, and if possible, if I'm able, for me to help them. I'm so weak physically these days that it's hard for me to imagine what exactly I could do for anyone on a sustained basis. But I would like to be able to do whatever I can when I can. And the good thing is that because I'm studying Nihongo, I'm studying Japanese, interacting with the community helps to improve my Japanese, because I'm able to put into use what I'm studying and learning in school. So I see it as a definite win-win. If you come to Japan and you want to study Japanese here, then I highly recommend that you live in a community like this and get involved, because it's just going to really help your Nihongo take off. Absolutely. Because you'll be forced to use it. Plus, people can help you. They'll help you if you make any mistakes, and they'll help you learn more. You might even pick up some local dialect that will be useful. Yeah, this is difficult. Not much further to go. If you can see where that car is right there, that's where I got to get to before this hill is finished. For my live stream this morning, you'll see that this is where I live right here. This is the apartment, or house rather. And I was right there in the kitchen in that window looking out to right over here. And the ladies were in this spot right here. You see the smoke coming out from the whole fire. They cleared it all out. All this grass is gone. From here all the way down to here. They cleared it all out and burned it. So very nice. They did all that today. Very cool. Somebody's growing some stuff in the yard behind my house. I don't know whose land it is or what they're growing, but I was thinking, man, this parking spot right here would be nice to have. I could just park here and walk straight over to the house, right? But instead, I park in that lot way over there. I mean, it's still not far, but it really sucks when it's raining because that whole lot is dirt, and walking out there is muddy and not good for the shoes. But anyway, it's a nice view, isn't it? Very quiet out here. Basically what I do is I walk down here next to this house, and there's a small kind of alleyway, a walkway, and I take that to walk over to the house. I don't know if Mibu-san will be out right now, but if he is, I'll let him know I'm live streaming, and he might say something on camera, but we'll see. If not, it's no big deal. And there we are, back to the drumming area. Beautiful flowers over here. And his wife keeps some beautiful flowers. But I don't see anybody out today. Maybe their car is gone, so maybe they're out somewhere. The side entrance here, or the back entrance that goes down the side, is covered, as you can see. And out here I have my clothes hanging and drying. It's very handy because the washing machine is right here, so I can wash my clothes and then just hang them up immediately right beside the machine. And this area, it has a covering on the side and on the top, so I don't have to worry about rain or anything like that coming down and getting on my clothes. And actually, it's actually quite warm in here. It's warmer in here than it is out there. And the good thing about that is that that helps the clothes dry really fast without being in the direct sunlight. I think this is excellent. So I don't have to worry about my clothes getting bleached by the sun like they do out in Toyosaka, because it's not completely covered from the sun out there. But anyway, that's it. The view beside the house. And I was only away for a short time, so I left this unlocked. But I'm there's nobody here to hear me, except for you guys. Oh. Alright, this is where we started. And this is where we end, right here. I can now take off my shoes. Man, it's a simple short walk, but it's a challenge for me, and I can't go as fast coming back as I go headed out. Mm-hmm. All right, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share the little walk through the neighborhood down to the Shinkansen station and let you guys see a little glimpse of what it's like to live in a small town, what it looks like around here. Yeah. Hey, Felipe, good to see you. Apart from the uphill walk, it looks like a nice place to live. Yeah, I mean, for the average person, it's not an issue at all. As long as your health is just decent, it's not an issue. The only reason it's an issue for me is because of the anemic side effects of this tumor. It puts pressure on my arteries, so the blood flow into my system, and especially to my legs, is poor. And so not only is the circulation very weak and slow, but when I start using more and more energy, and of course you probably already know this, I'm sure, but the reason we have to start breathing faster when we exercise is because we need the blood is flowing faster. We need to get more oxygen into that blood as quickly as possible so that it can spread throughout the body and replenish what we're losing from using that energy. And unfortunately, there's a bottleneck, that's caused by that tumor. And because of that, my heart has to actually work harder to pump it through, which is dangerous. And since the flow is not so good in my leg, I get the that's why I got the blood clot in my leg last year, and that's why I take blood thinners every day. And so I've had so many people tell me to take iron supplements or eat more meat for my anemia, but what they don't understand is I don't have an iron deficiency. I don't have anemia because of iron deficiency. I have anemia because of the interference of my blood flow of this tumor. So I can take all the iron supplements in the world and it won't matter. It won't help. So going uphill for me is difficult and challenging. However, I'm pretty sure that if the tumor were gone and I didn't make any other changes to my lifestyle, it would be no problem at all. I could just walk up really quick, and I could probably jog all the way home, even though some of it is uphill. I think it would be no problem. So I think it's an excellent location. It's like 5 minutes to the station, about 5 minutes walking to my school. I don't have to drive to school, don't have to really drive anywhere if I don't want to. I could walk down to the supermarket if I wanted to. I can walk down to the post office, to the bank. And the only time I really need to drive anywhere is if I want to go to some cafe or place further away. And if I don't need to spend money or don't want to spend money, I don't have to. I could just stay here. So it's it does cost money to stay here, but even staying in my van costs money because the nearest roadside station is almost 20 minutes away. It's between 15 and 20 minutes away, and driving 30 to 40 minutes every day costs gas. So doing that every day and going to the cafes every day, it adds up. So I realize I'm not going to really save any money unless I can get a cheap parking place and figure out a way to stop spending money at the cafes. And this place came up, and it was just a good option for me. It was perfect for me to get here. Now I just have to pick up some other part-time work to supplement what I've got coming up, and everything will be good. But I believe it'll work out. Anyway, that's it. Not a long video. It's been about an hour, and that's what I was aiming for, about an hour. Just a quick walk down there, look around the station, and come back. Felipe says, much more comfortable, I would imagine. Oh yes, my gosh, it's so much more comfortable. There's a bed upstairs. I don't really go up there too much. I usually just sleep down here. I've put down a few mats and futons, and I just sleep downstairs. It's much easier since the bathroom is on the first floor. In the middle of the night, I might have to get up, anywhere, if I'm lucky, just one time, but I might have to get up 3, 4, 5 times in one night. And if that happens, I don't want to be going up and down the stairs. It's too much trouble. So it's just easier for me. I'm the only one here, so I just sleep downstairs. Been lurking till my back stops hurting and I can move. Yeah, I get it. I really do. When my back hurts, it's because of my kidney. It's usually not because of a muscle strain or anything like that. But I do. If there's one thing that I've come to understand quite well and too well, I guess, and that's pain. So anyway, that's it. I do appreciate you coming in, and as always, I hope to see you again. I'm going to try to be in some of the other live streams if I can, at least to say hello. I haven't seen a lot of the streamers recently because I've been busy studying, but I do hope that I can drop in, at least offer a little support and say hi. But I do appreciate you coming in, as well as the others, just to say hello and all of that. It's definitely appreciated. If you're having a holiday this weekend or next week, then I hope you have a good holiday. But at the very least, have a good weekend. And I will see you next time, alright? And everyone else, arigatou gozaimasu. Bye bye, and じゃあね。